Hello, my name is Kirill Skorynin and I'm a good architect. My company is Level 80 Architects and we work across Europe and Asia, improving people's lives through innovative design. When I was a child, my favorite pastime was playing with Lego. I was lucky that my parents brought me a new set for every holiday, and I would spend hours building all sorts of structures. Now, architecture is my Lego. It's always been a game to me. Similar to how I played with the construction set in my childhood, I now play with large, expensive structures. And that ability to play is really important. People who don't know how to play become boring, and they build closed, unpleasant societies. People need to play. We have to hold on to that childhood wonder. I was hired to design a very large and very expensive villa because the client wanted to engage in a creative game with me. Can you imagine that? The game looks like this. The client sends me a sketch on a graph paper. I send him the layout. Then he sends me some adjustments, also roughly speaking on a graph paper. We're playing together, but we're playing with millions of dollars. It's quite an adult game. Of course it was challenging, there were a lot of questions and so on, but if you approach a complex process as a game, if you make it informal, fun and engaging, asking non-standard questions, then routine work becomes something interesting. And I'm in favor of that kind of design process. Informal, playful, responsible, of course, but not too serious. A bit childlike. It was challenging to combine different functions of the house. House has 12 bedrooms. We have a cook, a driver, tons of maintenance stuff, all needing access without disturbing the residents. Plus, there are a lot of residents, a mix of kids and adults. By the way, they have a nice tradition where parents live with their children. So grandparents also live in the same house with their grandchildren. That means a lot of people with different agendas, and it was tricky figuring out how everyone fit into the functional program of the house. Plus, the customer initially wanted a very sculptural design with several levels overhanging in different planes. The Belarusian inner critic said it was impossible. It was too hard. But the Kazakh inner critic insisted that everything was achievable, you just have to go for it. We designed a gigantic cantilever, and it turned out that it was actually possible. When I saw my idea implemented in real life, something I thought was both fantastic and impossible, I was amazed. I didn't expect it could be done. It turned out that everything is possible, you just need to set a goal and go for it. Our villa is like a sculpture in the center of a residential complex. I wanted it to both fit in and to offer interesting perspective from every angle. The cantilevers are incredibly large. Truly amazing to see in person. giant windows. We used custom-made triple-glazed windows, which were challenging to produce for this project. We also created a cozy Japanese-inspired garden around the house. Importing plants specifically for it. The result is a building that fits perfectly into the complex's overall concept, while also becoming its highlight. Of course, when you come and see it in person, it's just mind-blowing. I was amazed that it was actually possible to build something like that. It made me realize that your limits are self-imposed. If you set yourself a big goal, you can achieve it. But if you aim too low, you'll fall behind. You have to set big goals and go for them. I think architects have a huge responsibilities to the future generations because of what we design and create. That is why we try not to build poorly or create something that won't last. There are lots of fleeting trends we avoid. We try to make our architecture honest, open, and something that will stand the test of time. In architecture, especially in interior design, you realize trends can become outdated in just 5 years. We strive to make our architecture timeless. We develop a strong concept and justification for each project, hoping it will look good in 50 years, and that we won't be ashamed of it. I'll say that again. My grandfather was an architect. And when I look at his work, I admire it. I want to create something just like he did. That's why we avoid overly fashionable designs. We aim for architecture that is classic in some ways, but also proportional, harmonious, and timeless. What I love about working with Kazakhs is their openness to new ideas. They embrace the best global practices, build upon them, listen, learn, and improve. I'm confident that Kazakhstan will be incredibly impressive in 10 years, partially thanks to our contributions.